What's going on, y'all? I'm tuning in. It is 2 a.m. right now. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. But I have more energy than I've ever had in my lifetime. I hope y'all doing good. I hope your mind right. I hope your spirit right. And if not, I hope you are on a path to get right. You know, everything takes time. I'm about to tell y'all something. And it probably ain't none of your business. It's probably too much information, but I don't care because I don't have nothing to hide. I love women. Oh, I love women. And I've tried to like guys. Not saying liking women is wrong. You like what you like. But one phase in my life, I was like, well, maybe I like guys, but But I love them. This last few months, I realized that I fell in love with a man. And his name is Grant Cardone. If you don't know who he is, please look him up. I'm going to tell you the story. Right now, it's the end of March 2021 while I'm recording this. July of 2020, I got my business license. I was doing music for a while. And I don't even want to say I was doing music because I really wasn't, to be real. I went through a little heartbreak and it's really my fault. And poetry has always been a part of me. I've been writing poetry since I was 6 years old. And I went through this little year journey where after my heartbreak, I was smoking a little more. And one day, I was just vibing out and I just put on an instrumental. I wrote my first song in 20 minutes. And with that next 20 minutes, song was memorized off bat. I memorized all my songs. But after a year of quote unquote trying to do music, and I don't even want to say like I said I was trying. When I first put out music, I got a reaction from a lot of people and it was like, yo, this a vibe. Keep doing this, keep grinding, keep working on this. And I got caught up in it. Not saying I got caught up in the fame of it, or I don't even want to say the fame. It's not even fame. But I was listening to what everybody else want, right? So like I said, a year of doing this from October 2019 to honestly October 2020. I was going through some things, and I was using music just like how I was using my poetry to vent. However, it was eating me alive because I was revisiting those negative emotions, that hurt, that disappointment, that place in my life where I haven't forgiven myself for my faults in my own heartbreak. So I was too busy reminiscing on the past, living in the past, too busy focused on the future, trying to quote unquote heal. Because when you're focusing on trying to quote unquote heal, you're living in the future. So I had no time to live in my present to do what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm thinking I'm on this path, which, you're always on the right path. You're gonna veer off sometimes, but a lot of times it's you're gonna get to a place to where you need to. I mean, if you're focused on being on a path to get somewhere. You follow me? So October 2019 to October 2020, that was where I was at. Going in the circle, but I didn't even know I was going in the circle. A lot of times you don't realize it. So, like I said, I got my business license in July 2020. And from July 2020 basically to November 2020, my birthday month, I was recording some music, and like I said, like I was using music to vent. I'm going to speak my truth. I'm not going to sit here and rap about shit that I don't have no business rapping about. I'm not going to be rapping about no guns, having a whole bunch of money when I ain't got that shit. Okay? So, I'm not in a good place. I'm living off these emotions, and I'm affecting the people that I love, my friends, my family. I'm walking around frustrated. And I didn't have the answer to these questions. So now I'm going to fast forward to how I fell in love with this amazing guy. I found his book, The 10X Rule. If you want a good book to read it. If you need a good book to read, to turn your business around, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an artist, you got a business, whatever, honestly, to turn your whole life around, to find your purpose, whatever it is, read 10X by Grant Cardone. Now, I had made a goal. I had picked up the book October 1st. That's when I started really working on my business, like getting the back end stuff done. I wasn't marketing at the time or none of that. And I started his book. I told myself I was going to finish it in 3 months. So I was supposed to have it done January 1st. For one, I was procrastinating, finish it February. However, if I did, and my mindset after that was blown away. And I saw major progress in my life, in my business, in my relationships, with people who I'm close with. It changed my life, yo. And the main question that sat with me afterwards was, what are you going to do? Right? I finished the book February 1st. I was working on a song, and I was going to release it March 1st for mental health awareness. It was called Just Breathe. And so after I finished this book, I had a conversation with God. I'm not a religious person. I'm very spiritual though. Very spiritual. And I had a conversation with her, a long conversation. I had already announced as I was going to drop this song. But it still didn't feel right to me. I was proud of it, but it still didn't feel right. I didn't like it, so I prayed. And literally, y'all, it wasn't even 24 hours. I promise you. One of my closest friends called me. Shout out to Ivo from Charleston, South Carolina. I love you, girl. She called me. And it was just out of the blue, just to check on me. And she was like, how you been? Da 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 da. And she was like, you still on social media? And I was like, not really, Facebook. I've been off Facebook for about years. I'll probably check in like once a year. And I had just started marketing my business on Instagram. And I was like, nah, I'm not really on it like that. And, and she was like, yeah, I feel you, because, it takes a toll on you. We had a deep conversation, basically. And after the conversation, I was like, that's crazy, because I just had a conversation with God. And when you had those conversations with him, and you be like, Lord, give me a sign. Give me a sign. Make sure I don't miss it. Tap my shoulder. Make sure da 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 da. And when you get the sign, you don't pay attention. And I was like, it's crazy, because I just had a conversation with him, and I was like, let me hear what you're trying to tell me. And she tells me. She was like, you need to put the music away. She was like, you can make music for yourself, but, da 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 da. And I was like, that's my sign. I was like, you don't even know, but that's my sign. And I took it at that, and I just left it. I didn't put out the song. And I felt good. I felt good. I did not care about anybody else's expectations, right? I don't know where I'm going in life. Shit, honestly, I don't even know where I'm really at, but I feel so good because I'm walking on faith right now. I'm putting in hard work, and I'm walking in faith right now. And it's because of Grant Cardone. I read that 10X book, literally finished it. I finished the 10X book, not January, but February. And then March, it's crazy. As soon as I finished the book, got in, did the 10X challenge with Grant Cardone and his team. I did one of his conferences, his interactive conferences, and it has changed my life, because he left me with a question for myself. What is your purpose? What's really your purpose? And ever since I was younger, I always felt like I was on a path, and I didn't know what type of, I don't know what type of path, but I always knew I was on a path. I've always stayed to myself, and I've always seen things differently. And I've been mentoring kids since high school, college. I've done sermons in front of hundreds of people. And I said, God, I'm going to leave it up to you. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. A lot of times we get caught up doing things that we think we're supposed to do, because we're really thinking about ourselves. We're being selfish, and everybody's selfish in their own way, because everybody goes through shit. Everybody goes through something that they had to get over. Daily battles, mental battles, shit that happened in your childhood, shit that happened in your adulthood. We all go through shit, but we all have a purpose. And we all have a duty and a responsibility to find our purpose and to fulfill it. Another thing that Grant was something that really, really weighed on me. He was like, when you walk around frustrated and angry, and you're taking it out on the people you love, and a lot of times you don't even realize that it's happening, but it is. You're frustrated because you're not in a place where you're supposed to be in life. And in your mind, you think you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. But in your heart, deep in your spirit, unconsciously, you know that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing in life, because you're not fulfilled. Whatever you're doing, you're not fulfilled. And that's why you're frustrated. That's why you're disappointed, because the results that you're supposed to be getting in your life, the life that you deserve, the life that's written for you, the life that you're supposed to have, you're not focused on it, because you're too focused on something else. And that's why I had to sit back and dig deep within myself. And I realized, yes, I'm on the path that I'm supposed to be on. Like everybody, you gonna veer off, you gonna go left, you gonna right. But I had realized that I was going too far left and I needed to get right. So I challenge you. I'm talking to the people who are frustrated and want results. I'm talking to people who feel lost. I'm talking to people who feel disturbed mentally and spiritually and emotionally. I'm talking to the people who won't help. It's hard to hear, but you gotta hear it. And once you hear it, it's up to you to change it. Your family can't help your purpose. Your friends can't help your purpose. Only you can help your purpose because God made you unique. And like I said, I don't even want to talk about spiritually. I don't know what you believe in. You have a purpose. You are uniquely made. You have characteristics that I don't have that can help other people. You have talents, gifts, and skills that the person sitting next to you don't have. You have things that you can contribute to this community, to your community, to the world. And you can't fully do that if you're distracted by the things that you quote unquote want in life. So I was going to go in, I was going to make this longer, but I'm not, because there's a lot that I can say, but I really want you to hear that. And I just challenge you. I know I leave a lot of challenges, but I challenge you to dig deep. Ask yourself, what is your purpose? If you are not fulfilled, which most of us aren't fulfilled. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Right now, I'm fulfilled. I have the things that I need. Rent taken care of. Food in my mouth. And every day, I get to help so many people. Every day. In my neighborhood. In places, shit that I don't even know. What is your purpose? What's going to fulfill you? You can't walk around frustrated and distracted and blaming it on the world. Blaming it on the economy. Blaming on what's going on in your neighborhood. Blaming on you ain't got enough money, because money ain't the problem. Money is not a scarcity. You're too busy chasing money, right? It's the simple stuff in life. Like they say, you chase money, it's gonna run from you. In a simpler context, you chasing a vision that's not even yours. You chasing a purpose that's not even yours. So my question again, what is your purpose? And I really, really hope that I touch somebody with this. I really, really hope I triggered a light in somebody. Because believe it or not, a lot of us are on the wrong path. A lot of us are thinking too much about ourselves and not thinking about what can I do to contribute to the community, to the world. It ain't just about taking care of your mama and your kids. It's more than that. I mean, like, don't you want to make sure your grandkids and your great grandkids straight? Imagine if you were able to give back to the community in such a way that it would have an effect on your great grands, on your best friend great grands. When you're dead and gone, your contribution to the community will carry on. And not just the community in a physical sense, right? But the people after you. Like, who are you going to mentor in this world to help change the world in the future? It's not about the past. It's not about right now. It's all about the future, right? You think Jay-Z doing what he doing for himself? What he doing right now is going to take care of the future when we dead and gone. Well, I don't know, because I'm not going to say my age on here. But I'm in my 20s. So, whenever I hit 50, that's 30 plus years from now. Not 30 plus, but I might actually see the effect on what he did. But you get what I'm saying? What you're supposed to be doing right now for the next 20 years isn't for right now in the next 20 years. The work that you put in for 20 years should have an effect on 60, 70 years from now. What is your purpose? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Are you helping? Are you contributing? Or are you doing is taking? You can't be a consumer all your life. You gotta be a giver. You gotta be a helper. Come on now. What is your purpose? I'm about to sign out. If you don't know who I am by now, my name is Jasmine Dow. Also known as Lil Silp, also known as Jazz, also known as whatever you want to call me. I'm here to spread a word. I'm here to change and rebuild my community. Shout out to South Carolina. I got y'all. Please reach out to me if you need help, if you have a question, if you need mentoring, anything, please reach out to me. I'm helping those who won't help. I can't force you to drink, but if you need guidance and you want to be a sponge, I'll pour life into you. But you gotta want it. You gotta want to fulfill your purpose. I'm signing out.